our normal position, we always talk about riding on the balls of our feet. The problem is, if you're not out on the end of the peg, you can only move your foot so far. So that's only going to allow you to open up your knee so far. Once you move the ball of your foot out to the end of your peg, you can now swivel your foot back more, which allows you to open up even more, which allows you to get in position where you can start dropping your elbow and your shoulder here. Allows you to start getting that chin over your wrist, right? If I'm right here where I'm on the ball of my feet, but I've got my foot too far in, what's going to happen is I can only go this far, and that's only going to put me right here, right? But if I move this out and I open up my radius, I'm parallel to my tank more, and I can get off the bike more. I'm still hanging on a little bit with my outside leg. I got my arm on. I'm able to get my wrist in position, my elbow down, my shoulder down, which allows me to look through the turn. And when I go to start picking up the bike, same thing. Same thing on this side. If I'm too closed in here and I don't have the ability to open my leg up, it doesn't allow me to go too far off the bike, either direction. So you've got to get out on the ends of your feet, open up a little bit, and get parallel to your tank, right? When you're closed on it with your foot in like this, I see a lot of people doing this whole swivel thing, right? Which is not good. We want to get about middle of the seat, right? Open up a little bit, and it allows us to get out over the front end of the bike a little bit, okay? Another thing this is going to do for us when we're on the end of a ball of our feet or way out here, it takes less input on the peg to wake the bike, get the bike to turn, right? If I've got my foot like this, I have to really, really give it input to get the bike to go that direction. When I'm out here like this, all it takes is a little bit of a push. A little bit of a push and the bike's going to turn for you, okay? Another thing, like Josh, I was seeing you, like you're on the straight, you're riding like this, move your butt back up against the tail section, which allows you to get down and top more, right? It allows you to get down more. You've got such a large torso, I mean, you're like way up in the air.
I look ridiculous.
It's okay, but your bars are higher too. Your bars are like up here as opposed to being underneath the trim.
Right? Actually, they are under, but they do rise.
But they rise up. They got risers. So anyways, again, we want to be way out here. Sometimes when I'm riding, depending on the turn, I might even turn my whole foot sideways, and my foot's on this part of the peg. Yeah, in some turns. There are some turns where you can actually do that. A lot of turns, you can actually get your foot turned like that. There's no way I'd be able to do that with the ball of my foot in like this. There's no way. This is as far as I can go. That's it, right? So slide them out a little bit more, open up, and move parallel. Instead of being like this and trying to swivel across the bike. Open up, parallel, lean off the bike this way. Get you open up, you can see better too. Both sides. That's right.
Big feet.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something. Are you able to move it out just a tad? And move the foot back, like about right there. Now look. Yeah. Look at the amount of room you have now, right? Get your arm on the handlebar, right? Remember, really, the whole idea is to kind of have our elbow and shoulder down, open up, see our triangle of daylight, and being able to look through the turn at the same time. I know it probably feels a little weird and a little difficult, but when you get out on the track, one thing that's going to allow you to do is tighten up the turning point of your turns as well, because it doesn't take as much input, so when you get out more, you're able to actually turn the bike in a little bit better too. To open up, allows you to swivel out more, right? Drop this. There you go. Keep your head up. There you go. See how everything's in line with each other? You've got a big triangle of daylight now. It doesn't take as much for you to move off the seat to open up. It'll take a little getting used to.
Got a little dimple on the bottom of my boot.
You can do that, but then your soles wear out on your boots.
Yeah.
It feels different, but it feels like I have more control. You'll have a lot more control. A lot more control.
I keep finding that I have to consciously make, I can get all the way over like that, but my elbow don't want to go. I got to make a conscious effort to get that thing out there.
Well, the more that you open up, the more you're able to take this radius open, the more you'll be able to get out as well too.
I wonder if I make my chest go here, then I don't have a choice but to get it all out.
Yeah.
Or is that too much?
No.
You're running a
It's like-
GSXR, right? You said